Now rub your nipples.
Oh my God. Yeah, you gotta get them turgid. That's one of my favorite words. Turgid.
Does that mean
plump, like fluid filled and increased hydrostatic pressure?
I have heard that word before.
Turgid nipples. Oh gosh, it's too much. I can't even do it. Okay.
Welcome to Namely 90s. Wow. The podcast that takes you back to the time before smartphones, Google, and Y2K. Join your hosts as they relive the pop culture that shaped a generation and the parts that many people wish they could forget. Listen in to the conversation about how the decade defined those who spent their childhood there and how it shaped them as adults. So, turn down the grunge and dial up the internet. Let's get started. It's time for Namely 90s.
Hey, you're listening to Namely 90s. My name's Andrew, and that's Brandon.
That's me.
You can find us online at namely90s.com with a 90S. I don't usually say that there. Or on Twitter and Instagram at namely90s with a 90S. This podcast is also broadcast. By broadcast, I mean uploaded after it's recorded to YouTube at namely90s.com/YouTube. And what else? Patreon. Patreon.com/namely90s with a 90S. We'd appreciate your support.
Please.
Wow. So it's June still again.
It is. Yeah. Why is that a surprise?
I don't know. It's still June. It's not a surprise. I don't know why I said that. I never know how to get from my random stuff that I say at the beginning that's not random at all to conversational. I'm not very good at that anymore.
And he means that in real life. He doesn't know how to transition to just talking to people.
No.
Neither do I.
I only know how to talk about myself obsessively.
Yeah. I mean, growing up, he would invite me over to play video games, and then he would play the video games in front of me.
If you need me to ask you a question and then not listen to your response, I'm really good at that too. Yeah, I'm fun at parties. And I just make dad jokes and tell people about gross things.
Literally, while you're saying something to him, you can see him thinking about how he's going to make a dad joke at the next opening.
Oh, yeah. That's an active listening technique where you immediately, the moment someone else starts talking, you start thinking of what you're going to say back. Mm-hmm. That's important.
I believe that's critical. The opposite of
yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah. What's new with you?
Active listening. Oh, gosh. Gonna have to vacate this little slice of heaven here soon. So working on developing my backyard and building a he shed where they shed where I can broadcast. Still Pride Month. I'm going to build a they shed. I'm going to call it a they shed from now on.
Yeah, no, I mean, that was wrong of me to gender it.
Yeah. And I'm not going to allow conservatives into it. No one's coming into the shed.
I thought that's going to be like your recording studio when you
it is
like spin off and do your own interview podcast.
Yeah, I feel like it's just going to turn into me like being one of those conspiracy alien podcasts. I'll have to like put tinfoil on the ceiling.
Oh, that I would definitely produce.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I'm working on that, getting the contractors in, getting some dirt moved. I think sprinklers either are going in or have gone in.
Nice.
Based on when this will go up. So yeah, we've been living in our house for a year without a backyard and the kids really want one. So we're doing it.
I would see why children would want a place to play.
Yeah. It's just a dirt area right now.
I mean, we used to play in the dirt and there's
nothing wrong with dirt. It's just like there's nothing back there. So
there's dirt back there.
They'll enjoy that. Yeah. There's like rocks, dirt, glass, like cigarette butts, and just all sorts of gross stuff out there.
What have you been doing in your backyard?
No, the construction workers. Yeah, we host keggers back there every weekend.
Smash the bottles into the ground. So I wanted to. This is now becoming a Jurassic Park podcast, but yeah. You mentioned this last month that your kids have seen like Jurassic World or
Camp Cretaceous.
Camp Cretaceous, yes, which is under the Jurassic World moniker. Which is funny because most of the dinosaurs that are in Jurassic Park are from the Cretaceous period. But
it's also a Y7 show, so I'm not sure why my 4-year-old's watching it, but Netflix.
Is it a Y7? Okay, so the 3rd season just came out a couple weeks ago. By the time our audience is listening to this, which I binged a weekend or two ago. It gets dark. I mentioned people are dying, dinosaurs are eating people. It feels like the movie, just without severed arms. And then I started thinking, I'm like, wow, Andrew lets his kids watch this. And then I started thinking, wait a minute, our parents let us watch Jurassic Park and The Lost World, and we were like maybe close to that age. They're your kids' age.
Yeah, or we could just let the kids watch the news when a group of terrorists storms the Capitol and kills police officers.
Yeah, so it's like, well, it's a cutesy show, but I'm just like, damn, they go for it, and I was impressed by the show, and just the fact that it's a kid's show, but it does Jurassic Park.
It gets dark. It does it good.
Tell you what.
I'll tell you what. All right. So anyway, that's enough of that. It's the June 1994 episode. Why don't you take us back?
Let's travel back, will you, listener, to June 1994. On the 1st, the FX channel debuts.
Oh, finally, a cable network where you can say the F word after 9 p.m.
That's why you were saying that like 5 times before we started.
But I feel like the problem with FX is that you could say the F word after 9 p.m. So they thought it was like this super like edgy, creative choice to say the F word. And it's like, it's not, because we know you're just doing it because you can. So stop.
Like the South Park episode where they said the S word like 167 times just because they could.
Right.
And there was a little counter in the bottom of the screen. But I thought that was hilarious.
That's funny.
It was a good satire. On the 3rd, Pearl Jam's Eddie Vedder gets married. I believe his wife's name's Beth, if he's still married to her.
Oh, congratulations on the nuptials.
On the 10th, Vanna White's son is born, and we are going to play a quick game because I like to ask you, what is the name of the celebrity's kids? And you're often wrong. This time, we're going to use a Wheel of Fortune format, the final round format. And I've given you the letters RSTLNE in front of you. You can see the 3-word name, and you have a minute to guess the name of her son.
Question: is this first, middle, last?
I can't
first,
answer
middle,
that.
middle.
That's not how Wheel of Fortune works.
Yeah, but the last word is not white. I have 1 minute starting
whenever you want. Now.
Sinto, North. No, this isn't Kanye West's child. Nate Nicholas.
30 seconds has elapsed.
I don't know. This is I don't know. It's too hard.
Nicholas is technically correct, but he goes by Nico with 2 Ks. And
Nico.
His last name is Santo Pietro.
Okay. There was no way that was going to happen. And my random name generator from that thing we did a while back went a better job than that.
Yep. Yeah. So he had an N, 4 blank spaces, an S, a blank space, an NT, and a blank space. 2 blank spaces, ETR, and a blank space. Yeah.
It's a disaster.
I didn't think you'd get that, which is why we did it on the 17th.
Wait, but hold on. I didn't get to choose my 3 consonants and a vowel.
Ooh. We screwed that up, didn't we?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I blame you.
Yeah, I forgot to ask you for those things. That's the whole reason I set that up the way we set it up. I was just so excited to play Wheel of Fortune.
We can do another one if you want. You can come up with another phrase.
Okay. Let's see.
You have to send it to me, though.
3 blank spaces, a space, and 2 blank spaces. And you have E for the first letter, space, T for the third letter.
Is it eat me?
There you go. On the 17th, O.J. Simpson attempts to evade police in his white Ford Bronco. On the 20th, the Today Show moves to Studio 1A at Rockefeller Center. On the 22nd, Ken Griffey Jr. breaks Babe Ruth's home run record for the most hit by the end of June, which I believe was 31. On the 26th, record heat in the Southwest. We have Southwest of the United States. 126 degrees Fahrenheit in Death Valley, California. 122 in Laughlin, Nevada. 107 in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and 104 in Denver, Colorado, of all places. On the 27th, we have Aerosmith becomes the first band to allow fans to download a new track for free. Suck it, you two.
It only took 13 hours. It only took 13 hours and sounded like it was being broadcast through one of those, like, the phones for the treehouse with the string connecting 2 cans.
On your 26K modem?
Yeah. You have to listen to the intro to our podcast to log in to the internet.
I mean, like, what file size would, or what file format would they have sent it at? Like,
Wave.
In 1994?
Wave's been around for a long time. Let's look at how long the .wave file has been.
But if it was a .wave file, it would have been like hundreds of megabytes at that, like, right?
It was developed in 1991.
That would have
44
taken
hertz with 16 bits per sample.
That would have taken a long time to download.
Okay, let's do Aerosmith first downloadable song.
And
that's not.
While he's looking that up, on the 30th, U.S. Ice Skating Federation bans Tonya Harding for life. I believe she had a slight incident with Christy Yamaguchi? No. Tori Spelling?
Oh, it was a 4 megabyte wave file that CompuServe subscribers could download.
4 megabytes at 26 bits per second? 26 kbs?
Oh, hold on. 4 megabyte wave file, 10,000 users downloaded it. Oh, sorry. It was a 10,000. Shoot, I can't talk. It doesn't give me that information. You have to cut that out. He's not going to cut it out.
No. So if I do some quick math, let's see. So that would be 400 KB divided by 26 a second divided by 60. Nope, did that wrong.
Head First is the song, which is not listed. This is really good podcasting.
Oh, yeah. In the box office. On the 3rd, Endless Summer 2. On the 10th, City Slickers 2, The Legend of Curly's Gold. I mean, this podcast, we had a Wheel of Fortune type puzzle that they couldn't see.
That we messed up.
That we messed up. I messed up.
I can't read.
On the 10th, Speed. On the 15th, The Lion King. And on the 29th, Little Big League. That was the one where the kid inherited, like, a baseball team. On the Billboard charts, number 1 coming in from May through to July is I Swear by All for One. The 3rd week, I feel like that's been number 1 for forever.
Yeah.
on the third week, and I had never heard that song before we started this podcast. On the third week in June on the Billboard charts, continuing on, we have number 4, Don't Turn Around by Ace of Base. Number 8, The Sign by Ace of Base. Number 14, also Ace of Base. No, Stay, parentheses, I Missed You by Lisa Loeb. Number 15, we talked about that one before. Anytime You Need a Friend by Mariah Carey. Number 18, Can You Feel the Love Tonight by Sir Elton John. And number 20 is Bump and Grind by Sir R. Kelly.
Hey guys, it's Andrew and Brandon from Namely 90s. We've been podcasting for a little over a year now, and we just want to say thanks for all the support so far. But if you want to help us out, what we really need is some more reviews. Brandon?
We've got 9 5-star ratings on Apple Podcasts already, and 2 really great reviews. One from Rocky for Real. These guys rock. From one podcaster to another, they are authentically themselves and bring me all the 90s nostalgia that I need. A must listen. And also from Starbuck MTG, great podcast and cool dudes. I got the chance to guest on their podcast recently, and I really wanted to give this review and show my 5-star support for them. If you are in the mood for a 90s binge, then check them out. Corey, I believe that's Corey of Chris and Corey of That's Basically the 80s.
And listen, Patreon is one way to support us, but not everyone has money. We get that. You know what's free? A 5-star review on Apple Podcasts.
If you have the time, please just swipe to the Namely 90s page on your podcasting app. Give us a 5-star review if you're enjoying us, and if you can put how much you love us into words, which I know is a very, very big ask. It's difficult for me at times too.
Or you can do it through song lyrics. If there's song lyrics that you really feel exemplify the way that you feel about our podcast.
Or song lyrics you want me to read in the future.
Or your own Jewel poem. Heck, why not?
If you write us a Jewel poem, put it in your review, we will read that instead of asking you in the middle of an episode to write us a review. Again, thank you for listening. We love you all of you out there. Share us with your friends. Share us with your family. Share us with random strangers on the street.
Indeed. Yes. Thank you.
And now back to the show.
So the Lion King.
Yeah, the Lion King.
The Tiger King? No, wrong decade.
I did actually not end up watching Tiger King.
No, I didn't either.
I missed the wave.
I wouldn't do it.
Really? It's not in your reality TV wheelhouse?
I don't like anything that anyone else likes, so I can't watch it.
That's true. But I haven't seen it and recommended it to you, so you can watch it.
I only like bad things that I like, that I do only watch and those things repeatedly. That's how I exist as a person.
But you've seen The Lion King.
I have, indeed.
The Lion King is a 1994 American animated musical drama film produced by Walt Disney Feature Animation, and it is the 32nd Disney animated feature film and the 5th animated film produced during a period known as the Disney Renaissance.
Wait, it's only 30 seconds? You said it was the 32nd animated.
It is the 32nd.
Oh, 32nd as in not 31st, but 32nd. I thought you said it was 30 seconds long, and I was very confused. It was the 32nd animated film.
I thought you were making a dad joke.
No, I'm just a moron. Apparently.
That's why I didn't respond and was just glaring at you.
Wow. Okay.
Wow. So we're a little loopy. This is our 3rd episode on this recording session. Wow. The Lion King tells the story of Simba, which is Swahili for lion, a young lion who is to succeed his father, Mufasa, as the king of the Pride Lands. However, Simba's paternal uncle Scar murders Mufasa. Simba is manipulated into thinking he was responsible, flees into exile, and after growing up under the company of carefree outcasts Timon and Pumbaa, Simba receives valuable perspective from his childhood friend Nala and his shaman named Rafiki before returning to challenge Scar to end Scar's tyranny and take his place in the circle of life as the rightful king.
And this is based off of Hamlet?
I believe so. Yes.
Which is a name for a tiny pig.
Which is weird because in Hamlet, Hamlet doesn't care for Ophelia and makes her kill herself.
Did you get my pig joke?
Yes, a Hamlet is a tiny pig.
Thank you. Or micro pig, which is another term.
I'm sorry, micro pig.
Yeah, micro pig wearing rain boots. It's one of the cards in Cards Against Humanity.
Micro pigness.
Okay.
It's quality humor here on Humanities from
The Lion King.
Amateur comedians. I really enjoyed this, although I also have recently watched one of those like videos that make fun of it. Screen Rant does something called Pitch Meeting, and they poke holes in the plot, and they're like, well, a pride of lions only has one or two males, so technically Nala is either his sister or at best first cousin.
See, these are the people that I would never want to invite to a party.
The ones that just ruin. Tell me what you like so I can ruin.
Please leave now.
I thought that was funny. And then
wasn't James Earl Jones one of the voices?
James Earl Jones was the voice of Mufasa. Matthew Broderick was the voice of adult Simba. Jonathan Taylor Thomas was the voice of young Simba.
Okay. Yeah.
Beyonce.
Tim Allen played a coked out Tim Allen. No, just kidding. That's rude.
No, Jonathan Taylor Thomas managed to get away from coked out Tim Allen on the set of Home Improvement to record the audio for The Lion King.
Yeah.
There are like one or two other good ones. The voice of Zazu is. I
feel like Angela Bassett is in it. She's in everything.
She might be Simba's mother.
No, I'm looking it up.
While you're looking it up, who's the voice of Zazu?
Zazu,
the bird.
Rowan Atkinson. Oh yes, Mr. Bean himself.
Yes.
Jeremy Irons is Scar. Oh, the Jeremy Irons breakfast cereal thing from Family Guy. Have you seen that?
I've seen every episode of Family Guy, so yes.
Whoopi Goldberg, Nathan Lane as Timon, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Moira Kelly as Nala. Cheech Marin as Bonsai.
The hyenas. Yes.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. And Jim Cummings was the dim-witted one.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much everyone that was in it. So,
who is? Yes.
Indeed.
What about Pumbaa?
Pumbaa is Ernie Sabella.
From Perfect Strangers?
Sure.
Oops.
Decent movie.
No Angela Bassett.
No, I think she's in like the second or third one.
Oh, really?
Angela Bassett, Lion King. God, Angela Bassett's in everything. Can I just state that?
You did previously say that. Oh, I remember hearing that Matthew Broderick doesn't sing his parts. His singing's notoriously terrible.
Oh,
the singer from Toto is the one that sings as adult Simba.
So she's not in The Lion King, but she did narrate a Fox Wildlife documentary called Malika the Lion Queen. I had no idea. I'm just making stuff up now.
I'm.
It's real.
Speaking of, obviously we should talk about Can You Feel the Love Tonight because it hit the charts, I think.
Mm-hmm. The Elton John version is not actually in the movie. It's sung by a woman.
Yes. But have you seen that clip recently? Because
Nala
and Simba during the Can You Feel the Love Tonight in the movie?
Yeah.
Like Nala gives him the look. You know?
Oh, the look. I remember I had a cassette tape with Elton John's Can You Feel the Love Tonight on it.
Uh-huh.
I believe it was him like sitting at a piano, which makes sense.
A cassette. Oh, like a VHS cassette?
No, a cassette tape.
Okay. The album cover for the cassette was him at a piano.
I think so, which would make sense.
I was confused how you could visually see audio. In the music video, he's also sitting at a piano as images from the movie is just like projected onto him, but with like 1990s style projectors, so it looks terrible.
So it was the Elton John. I don't know why. I think I had it from my parent. The Elton John Love Songs album, which contained "Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me" with George Michael, which for some reason I always thought that was Billy Joel. It's not. Can You Feel the Love Tonight? Sacrifice, Your Song, Circle of Life, and Candle in the Wind. And this is the soundtrack of my 1990s.
This explains so much.
On Star 101.5 with Kent and Allen in the mornings.
You also mentioned that first track in previous episodes. I'm like, I do not recognize that one.
Apparently it contained chromium dioxide and was on Rocket Records /tapes. Weird. Sorry. Carry on.
Any other memories about The Lion King?
No. This is a really good episode. I like this. I don't know. I feel like I've watched it once.
You've watched it once?
Yeah. Don't judge me.
I'm pretty sure that was one of my favorite movies when I was, 5, 6? I definitely wore that VHS out.
I didn't watch many movies.
That's true. I guess your brother being older probably decided what you were watching as well. Out of the two of you, if you had any power.
Yeah. Did we have a VCR? I think we did.
Yes.
You're like, absolutely you did.
Yes. I think you even had 2.
Do you see the Zoom chat or is that not going anywhere?
Yes, I see.
Okay. I sent you the picture.
Oh, the chat. Ridiculous. The Zoom chat. It's on.
Yeah.
Sorry. No, I've not looked at any
smoothest podcast in the world. Hey, you know what? It just humanizes us. We're not perfect. We're not even funny. And I don't remember any nostalgia.
That's not a piano.
You're right. It's just a wooden background. I'm sorry.
Apology accepted. Do you feel the need for speed, which is a Top Gun reference,
which is also a video game franchise?
Yes, which I just had this conversation with someone else. It came out after Top Gun.
True.
Speed
Starring,
is... Yeah. 1994 American action thriller film directed by John DeBont in his feature film directorial debut. It stars Keanu Reeves, Dennis Hopper, Sandra Bullock, Joe Morton, and Jeff Daniels, and is about a bus that is rigged by a mad bomber to explode if it drops below 50 miles per hour. You've seen this.
I think I have, but also I feel like when they go for bigger targets, like, like the people that ride the bus.
If I remember correctly, it's Dennis Hopper's character, and he gets caught, he's supposed to be robbing a bank, and it's like his crew got caught, except for him, and this is his payback to just take it out on innocents, which apparently that's what terrorists do.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But the question was always, how are there sequels with it? How is it different?
Well, Speed 2 Cruise Control was the critically panned sequel, and I don't believe it featured Keanu Reeves or Sandra Bullock.
I don't like movies.
Yes, we are aware.
No, there's more to that statement. I don't like movies that are set only in one location.
That's how you save money, though.
I know. I don't like it.
That they're saving money.
Because there's not really more sets. Like, I mean, Die Hard was all in the same, quote, location, but there were different areas within this so-called building.
It does make it hard to form a narrative because it's like a bottle episode of television.
Well, I just know I'm not going to like it. I feel like I come into it knowing it's not going to be good for me.
It's from the title Speed, you knew that you wouldn't like it.
Yeah, they're just on a bunch of like meth the whole time. It's all a fabrication of their minds.
The only thing I really know about this movie is that the bus goes off of a ramp at one point because the LA freeways are always It's
like me
like the
trying
time
to drive in LA.
Yes. It's the time you tried to drive us off of a ramp in LA.
I think this is our exit. Oh, it's a hairpin turn. Oh, I think this is our on-ramp. No, it's a ramp to nowhere in a construction zone that I almost drove off of.
To be fair, it was
Thanks,
dark out.
parents, for letting me borrow the car, by the way.
I'm glad one of us said something at some point.
My parents should not have let us go in their car. Just saying.
Yeah. But thank you, Andrew's parents, for letting us drive the Impaler.
Yes, indeed.
So I thought we'd finish off the episode talking about the FX channel.
Hold on, it's after 9 o'clock. Am I allowed to now say the F word?
No, because this comes out at midnight, which is technically a new day.
Yeah, it's true.
FX, do you want to talk about the channel?
What does FX stand for?
Fox.
Really?
I don't know. It's a Fox channel.
Can we talk about FXX?
Yes.
Which is just
Archer,
a channel that
Always Sunny in
exists to play
Philadelphia.
The Simpsons?
Yes, that and Simpsons. Anything that FX doesn't want to play anymore, but has a cult following.
So this is funny because apparently it's an American pay television channel that is owned by Disney General Entertainment and the Walt Disney Company. So
because Disney owns Fox now. So
basically, you can say the F word on the Disney Channel is what that's what I've decided.
I follow your math there. Yes.
Yes. So it's actually not affiliated with the original. Wait, it is.
It is.
Okay. You know what?
Disney bought Fox
Okay.
when they bought.
You're right. You're right. I
That's
stand corrected.
That's why the mutants are coming into the MCU at some point, and Fantastic
and
Four.
why The Simpsons is always on FXX.
No, they were on before they got purchased. But that's why they're also on Disney Plus. So let's play a quick game, shall we?
Sure.
Well, not a quick game, a regular game. A game that I've created, and it's called Did It Air on FX? So get rid of your spoiler page.
Okay.
The rules are, if you guess yes and you are correct, you'll get 2 points. If you guessed no, you get and are correct, you get to guess the network for an additional point. And I'm going to say you need 60% to win that's 12 out of 20 points.
Okay.
These are all basic cable channel shows that aired in the 90s. And specifically premiered on this channel, or other basic cable channels.
Okay,
so we're going to start with Bobcat's Big Ass Show. Bobcat's Big Ass Show is an American game. This says game. Might have said game show at one point. Hosted by comedian Bobcat Goldthwait. I believe you're familiar with his works from just appearing on Loveline. He's got this.
No, not on FX.
Sorry. Was that your final answer?
Yes.
That is incorrect. Okay, we'll be using that. Nope. All right.
Oh wait, so I was just wrong. Okay, no points. Got it. Go.
Because it was on FX. So the next one is La Femme Nikita. La Femme Nikita is an action drama television series based on the French film Nikita by Luc Besson. You are correct. Ding. And do you know what network it originally aired on?
USA.
You are correct. Ding. It ran on USA.
Boom. I mean,
during its first 2 seasons. So 2 points.
Ding.
Currently batting a 500. Next up is Weird Science. It is an American television sitcom based on John Hughes' 1985 film of the same name. It aired from March 5th, 1994 to April 11th, 1997, with 6 previously unaired lost episodes airing on the Sci-Fi Channel with 2 Ys in 1998.
No.
Is that because I said it started airing in 1994 and FX aired in...
You can't get anything past me. That's correct. Ding. Ding. What did it air on?
Yes, what did it air on?
TBS?
That is incorrect. It aired on USA Network. So you're still batting 500.
Hey, well, 4 points. That's something.
Mm-hmm. Next up is The X Show. The X Show was a magazine, variety, and interview talk program that aired from May 1999 to April 2001. Running time was originally 1 hour, but it was later reduced to a half hour. The show is a guy-themed, much like a TV show equivalent of Maxim Magazine.
I'm going to go yes.
You are correct. Ding. And that gives you 2 points, which brings you up to 5.
Ding.
Number 5, Baseball, Minnesota. Baseball, Minnesota was a television documentary series that followed a minor league baseball team, the St. Paul Saints, through the 1996 season.
No.
That is incorrect.
Damn.
Still 5 points. Maybe we should lower to
6 points.
5 points. You had 3. You didn't get USA Network for Weird Science.
Okay, all right.
So you get 1 point for the no, 1 point for the.
Got it.
Yep. All right. So where are you at right now?
Oh, I don't know. 5 points. That's all I need to know.
5 out of 10. So next up is Pacific Blue. Pacific Blue is an American crime drama series about a team of police officers with the Santa Monica Police Department who patrolled its beaches on bicycles. The show ran for 5 seasons from March 2nd, 1992 to April 9th, 2000, with a total of 101 episodes, often described as Baywatch on bikes.
No.
That is correct.
Ding.
Brings your points up to 6. What channel
network was it on?
Yep.
TNT?
That is incorrect. This was also on USA.
God dang it.
So still batting 50%.
All right.
All right. Sliders season 4 and 5. Sliders is an American science fiction and fantasy television series. It was broadcast for 5 seasons between 95 and 2000. After being canceled by Fox, the series moved to this channel for its final 2 seasons.
Sci-fi.
Wow. You are correct.
Ding.
So 2 points gets you 8 points total. 8 out of 14, which is currently the win condition.
All right.
Farscape. Farscape is an Australian-American science fiction television series produced originally for the 9 Network. It premiered in the U.S. on March 19th, 1999, as an anchor series. The Farscape features a diverse ensemble of characters who are initially escaping from corrupt authorities in the form of a militaristic organization called the Peacekeepers. The protagonists live inside of a large biomechanical ship called Moya, which is a living entity. The first episode, they're joined by the main character, John Crichton, played by Ben Browder, a modern-day American astronaut who accidentally flew into the entrance of a wormhole near Earth during an experimental space flight.
Yes.
That is incorrect.
Oh,
do you know which channel it actually aired on?
USA?
Do you need me to finish reading it?
Go ahead.
Wormhole. Astronaut.
Sci-fi.
There you go.
Ding. See, that sounded like I should have known you said it was a flagship. Is that what you said?
Yep.
Yeah, I should have known.
So you have 9 out of 16 currently. I guess I should have given you a chance on. No, you haven't said yes any other time yet. Okay. This is coming into number 9. So you need to get at least one move. You need at least 3 points out of the last 2.
Okay.
See if you can do it. The Chimp Channel. The Chimp Channel is an American sitcom which aired in 1999. It is based on the Monkeyed Movies shorts that it says interstitials, but shorts that the channel aired 1 year prior. It is the network's first original sitcom. The series primarily consists of costumed chimpanzees and orangutans, voiced by human actors parodying popular television shows, movies, and advertising, as well as stars and personalities within the industry. The Chimp Channel marked the first all-simian series since ABC's Saturday morning Lancelot Link Secret Chimp, which ended in 1972.
No.
That is correct.
Ding.
And do you know what network it actually aired on?
Comedy Central?
That is incorrect. It was on TBS.
Oh, well.
All right. That brings it down to the wire. This is number 10, Babylon 5, final 5th season. You need to both answer correctly, and if it is a no, you need to be able to tell me which channel it actually aired on. Are you ready? Babylon 5 is an American space opera television series. Oh my god, there's so much. The series follows the human military staff and alien diplomats stationed on a space station. Babylon 5, built in the aftermath of several major interspecies wars as a neutral ground for galactic diplomacy and trade. Major plotlines include Babylon 5's embroilment in a millennial cyclic conflict between ancient races, inter-race wars, and their aftermaths, and the intra-race intrigue and upheaval. The human characters in particular become pivotal to the resistance against Earth's descent into totalitarianism. After the successful airing of the test pilot movie on February 93, the series was commissioned for production in May 1993 for the Primetime Entertainment Network. The 5th season, which is the one that we are considering, which aired on this cable network, had ratings about 1% lower than seasons 2 through 4.
Yes.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Ooh, I'm sorry, Andrew. This actually aired on TNT. So close. If I had made the clear condition 50%, you would have won.
That's how I passed organic chemistry.
How unfortunate.
Yeah.
That means
I'm kind of a doctor now. It's frightening.
Brandon wins. Wait, well, do you need 50% to pass? Was that just a curve?
Curve, yeah.
Okay. Well, that's the first one you haven't won in a long time. So I get the trophy back. And that ends this episode. Unless you want to talk about...
that went poorly.
The Chip Channel, because I do remember those little shorts. I didn't realize that...
That sounds horrendous, and I never want to see anything having to do with it slightly.
Yeah, it was terrible. Please ask us on our Twitter to do an in-depth deep dive on the Chimp Channel.
Tweet your Twitter.
So that's it for this week's edition of Namely 90s. Remember, you can find new episodes out every Monday. Find us on Twitter and Instagram at Namely 90s with 90s, or find our personal accounts at Beachwoody and at Namely Andrew, and tell us what you want us to talk about on future episodes. If you would like to support the show, please check out our Patreon at patreon.com/namely90s with a 90s, or please leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. Finally, you can also contact us through our website, namely90s.com. Please subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Chimp Channel, Deezer, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, and wherever you get your podcasts at. I'm Brandon, that's Andrew, and we will catch you next time.
No, I don't think you can say any of that.